Welcome to A Double
Double
and Dice
with your host Kim.
and Jocelyn.
Pour your favorite beverage
Pull up a comfy chair.
because we are ready to roll.
Welcome to episode 144 of A Double and Dice. And we're going to actually talk board games today.
What?
What? There's a board game.
What?
Right?
It is? Are you sure?
I don't know. It's funny because before I came down to do our recording, Dave, my husband, said, "What are you guys going to talk about today?" I'm like, board games. That's what the podcast is about. It's about board games. He laughed. And I'm like, I guess he's looking for something specific. But he made me stop and think because I was going to say, Dice Masters. Right?
It's been a
I'm like,
while.
"Wait, board games." And then he's like, I think he was looking for something specific.
Like
and he's
which
like,
board?
"Oh, well, you have something to talk about." I'm like, I do have something to talk about today.
We always have something to talk about, even if it's nothing.
Yeah. We could come up with things.
Absolutely. But
But
instead,
today we are going to talk board games.
we are because you played some board games.
I did. I had a board game day with a so there's a bunch of guys from Dave's work. So I blame them for getting into my what's the word? Of my board game love.
Yep.
My obsession,
Mhm.
addictiveness. I don't know what you want to call it.
The way to
yes,
throw money away.
pretty much. It's not getting thrown anywhere else, so
True.
yeah, so they got me into board games. So he tries to host like board game nights once a month, but I don't make those because it's like a Friday night, so I have Noah, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then he does like board game days like over the summer or like on Christmas break, things like that, and those are usually on a Saturday.
Right.
So I just put Noah at the grandparents, and then I could go. So we had one recently, and I played 5 games.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of games.
But they're okay. 4 of them are quick.
Okay.
One of them took forever. So I'll talk about the forever one last.
So
First,
were they games you had played before?
No, these are all new games I've never played. Actually, sorry, I lie. 1 out of the 5 I've played. But the 1 out of the 5 I played was a long time ago. So there's about like usually 8 of us. There was 8 of us this time. So sometimes we have to split games. But sometimes there's a game like what do you call it? Like party games,
Right.
that we could play with a whole bunch of people. So the one this game is called the first game we played was as we were waiting for people, so it was just 3 of us. A game called Rebel Princess. New game that came out. I don't know if you ever heard of Bizarre Games, but they do a lot of party games.
Okay.
Do you ever heard of I think it's called One Something Werewolf?
No, but
Okay.
that's okay.
Okay, so it's a party. They make like party games. And some of them are hit and miss. I don't like the werewolf one, to be honest with you. But anyways, so this one's called Rebel Princess. And what it is, it's a game based on hearts. Ever play Hearts?
With cards, right?
Yes,
No.
the game Hearts, card game Hearts. Okay.
I've heard of
the-
it, but I have no idea how it works.
Okay, so in the game of Hearts, you don't want to get hearts in your hand. So you're trying to get rid of them, but you got to play what you call trump. So let's say
Like
someone
euchre.
leads. Yeah, so someone leads with spades, you have to lead with spades. If you don't have spades, you play any other cards. And usually that's when you want to play your hearts because you want to try to get rid of it, right?
Okay.
So you don't want it in your hand. So Rebel Princess is very similar, is you don't want, it's not the hearts in this game, it's called the princes in this game.
Okay.
So you don't want the prince in your hand. And also in hearts, there's a 5 of spades. You don't want that card either because it gets you like 5 points.
Okay.
So, and hearts are worth like 1 point. So in this game, it's the frog. So you don't want princes and you don't want frogs in your hand.
Makes sense.
Okay. And then at the end, you kind of just count out your points of how much you have of hearts or in this case, prince or the frog, if you got the frog. Now there's a twist to this game. You have a princess. So you have like a character. Okay. On these characters, there are abilities that will help you throughout the game, and you can pretty much use them sometimes once per round.
Okay.
And there's like 5 rounds of the game. So you have like an ability with your princess that you get. Also, there are cards. These cards really twist the game up. So it will be like you flip it on the first round, and it's like if a off suit is played, reverse the order or something, things like that. It kind of like messes with your hand and makes you think and all this stuff.
Gotcha.
So you get one new one every round, and then you play, and then towards the end, you just count up who has the most points. Pretty much loses.
Cool.
So that's the Gift. Really fun game. It was I own it, but I never played it, so I was able to play it there, which was really fun. They're coming out with another version, which is called Zombie Princess. Same concept, except it's not hearts. It's based off the card game Spades.
Right.
I don't know if you ever played Spades.
Nope.
I played Spades. That was like one of my favorites. But honestly, I can't remember how it goes.
The only card games I've ever played are Crazy Eights, Go Fish, and Euchre.
Euchre is fun. Spades, I think, is you want the points. Like, as in hearts, you don't want the hearts.
Right.
But in Spades is the trump, so you want the points. I believe it's been a while. So that one comes out. I actually pre-ordered that one. I really enjoyed Rebel Princess, so I'm like, oh, Zombie Princess Spades should be like different games, but same concept, right?
Cool.
So that was the first one. Really fun.
You just play it with 3 people?
Yeah, it's 3 to 6. So I don't know if they ever made a 2-player variant to it. It's recently new. It came out last year, but I didn't really see it till this year. But minimum is 3 players.
Cool. Sounds fun.
Yeah, so this was a fun one. The other one's called it's like I think it's a German import. This is a party game. It plays up to 10. It's called, the German version I think was called Six Nimmt. But the English version I think is called Take 5.
Okay,
so this one is, okay, how do I explain this one? It's just a bunch of cards that has numbers from 1 to 104, I believe.
Okay.
You play 10 rounds of this, and what you're doing is you dish out pretty much the whole deck to everybody, who, depending how many people are playing, and then you I think, no, actually not the whole thing. I think some gets taken, so you can't card count.
Right.
So I don't think it's all of it. I think some gets taken to the side, so you don't card count. And then you put 4 of the cards in the middle, and they could be any numbers that come up. So I don't know, let's say 26, 28, 76, 90, and then whatever. There's another number, okay? I'll just go by example. So in your hand, this is one that you don't want to take, okay? Because the more you get, because there's like points at the bottom of each card.
Right.
That could run 5, 2, 3, 1. So you're trying to not get cards. And how you do that is in the rows, there's these numbers. Let's take 28, for example. So everybody will look at their hand, and they're going to play off of each of those numbers. So you want to play, if there's a 28 and you have a 29 in your hand, you want to play a 29.
Right.
If there's a 67, you want to play a 68, or something closest to the number in one of those rows. Okay, it's hidden. Everybody has to put his face down. Once everybody's ready, you flip it, and then you kind of then go through it. Once the row hits 5 and you're the 5th card, you have to take that whole row into your hand, and those are points that you don't want.
Right.
And then another card goes into the row, and you just keep doing this every round until you pretty much go through 10 rounds, I think it is, or something like that. And then the most points loses. It's a quick party game, fun. Trying to avoid it, and you think you would get away, but you don't, and you end up taking this bunch of points. But it's a little strategic because you're trying to figure out what are people going to play, right?
Right.
And then so that's Six Nimmt, Take 5. Pretty quick game. Pretty fun. So we had everybody at that time when we played that game.
And you said it was what, 8 people?
It goes up to 10.
No, but how many people were at the board
8.
game?
Yeah,
8. Okay.
8. Yeah. We split up after, And I played a game called Tower Up.
Okay.
So this game, I think it came out last year as well. Another quick game. So how do I explain this one? So this one is, I won this one, by the way. Is okay. So it's a map. It's like a map of a city. Okay, it's the board, and it's broken down into 5 different sections of the city. So they're kind of color coordinated on the city, and there's like little spots on them. And you have your own little. So you're like an architect, okay? So you have your own little like little roofs.
Okay.
Okay, in your color. Okay, so you have like 10 roofs. And what you're trying to do is actually build towers, hoping that your roof is left on top, because people could build on top of your roof, right? Because at the end of the round, it gives you points.
They're stackable?
Yes, they're stackable.
Okay.
So there's like these little pieces, and you want to be collecting the pieces, and then you're like placing the pieces on the board. And then so you collect the pieces by cards. So it's almost like drafting.
Okay.
So you draft your card, that's your turn, you grab the pieces, that's your turn. Or if you're not drafting a card, you're placing a piece on the board. There's like different colors pieces. I think there's about, if I remember, 4 different colors. So if you place like a black piece, and there's a black piece next to it, you can't do that. You have to place a different color.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So anything adjacent, you have to place a different color from what it was. And then if you place something, you put your roof on top. So, and then there's these other cards that you're trying to like aim for, like end game points.
Right.
So let's say there's like grass areas, or calls it a park, let's say, and they're like these little, the areas that you put your tower on is underneath is grass. So if you can get a tower on, let's say 5 different grass areas or 4 different grass areas, whatever, you get first place. If you're the second one to do it, you get second, third, and fourth. You get extra points like that. There's other things like if you're adjacent to whatever, you can get first, second, or third. So whoever gets it first, second, or third. So there's extra points you can get. So it's interesting. It's a little strategic because you can't place the same color next to a color. It has to be adjacent. And I didn't even know this was a thing, that if you had the most roofs, you get extra points.
Cool.
I didn't even know that. Maybe that's how I won. So nobody was coming after like my towers. You know what I mean? Like, so I built a tower, put my roof, but nobody was kind of like building off of it and putting their roof. So I ended up winning the roof. Roof points.
Right. Sort of
Which I
like
didn't
the
even
longest
know.
road in Catan.
Yeah, sort of. So you look at the end, who has the most roofs of their color. Of course, I played purple.
Shocking.
Okay, I always go for purple. If not purple, yellow is my second choice.
I understand.
Yeah, so it's a really quick game, because all you're doing is either you're collecting your pieces or you're putting your pieces down. But you're also trying to aim for like the rewards, if you want to be the first one to get it, second one, which can be a little tough depending on how the board goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you always have to be adjacent to something when you're placing. You can't go way on the other side of the board. You know what I mean? You have to be like start
Right.
up. So that one's called Tower Up. And that was fun. It was fun. It was a fun one. It goes for 2 to 4 players. Really light game, like so easy to learn. Like it's not heavy at all. Quick, fun, build little towers, tower up.
So what's quick?
What's quick?
Like
As
how
in
long
like
did-
time?
Yeah.
That probably took us 45 minutes.
Okay. So under an hour.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was our first time playing it. So obviously you kind of catch on as you go, right? So maybe that prolonged it. I say if you knew how to play, you could probably take it half an hour.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good time commitment.
Mm-hmm. So that one wasn't too long. Take 5 wasn't too long. Rebel Princess obviously is too long. So in between, we were waiting for the other group to finish. Me and Dave played a 2-player game.
Cool.
It's called, I could totally be pronouncing this wrong. Jaipur.
Okay. How do you spell that?
Jaipur.
Okay.
Okay. So I believe it's called Jaipur. Just a 2-player game. So this one is a card game. And it's pretty much who can win 2 out of 3. Okay. So there's like different, okay, so back in the day when you go in the market, you're buying for like what do you call those things, like incense, you know what I mean, like
okay.
Like that kind of market,
like a flea market,
not fur, but I'm trying to remember the 4 different things, like goods, like,
yep,
you're trying to like make up goods. So there's like 4 different types of goods. In that cards are called, there's camels. Mm-hmm. Okay. So all these make up points. So what you want to do is you want to try to match the colors. So if you have 3 or more, or 4 or more, or 5 or more, or whatnot, of that color, and you kind of like, so you have each people get like 5 or 7 cards. Then you have like the market of 5 cards that go from the deck. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you have camels in your hand, you're automatically placing your camels down. At the end of the round, the person with the most camels gets 5 points.
Nice.
Okay. It's like your camel market. And then back and forth, what you're doing is you have your hand and you're picking up cards from the row and putting it in your hand. Okay.
Yep.
And then you're refilling the market. The other person goes, pick up, refill. What you're trying to do is build up the colors in your hand of the 4 different colors. So if I had 3 greens, I'll be like, okay, so on my turn, instead of picking up, I'm selling to the market whatever green is. And then I'll gain chips, which are like points. Mm-hmm. So I'll take 3 chips because I sold 3 of that color. If I sold 4, there's bonus chips of if you sell 4 cards or 5 cards. The camels at the end, whoever has the most camels.
Yep.
There's also gold, silver, and bronze, also a part of the 4 goods as well. So those are kind of tough because those are big points. But if I'm going for it and your partner's going for it, who you're playing against, it's hard to get like a running mount, right? So you're trying to do that, but you can't go over 7 cards, I think it is, in your hand.
Right.
So you go back and forth, pretty much until the deck runs out or nobody can do anything. You count up your points at the end based on the chips that you got. Highest ones wins that round. Okay, do it all over again. So it's best out of 3.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
So that sort of drafting mechanic of the cards with open information,
yes,
sort of reminds me of Fantasy Realms.
Similar, yeah, but this one's more.
There's more to this one, but there's like
more to Fantasy Realms because there's text on the cards.
Right.
This one's just colors of the goods. There's no text, so it's pretty quick. You just pick up, put down, pick up, put down, or sell. Pick up, put down, pick up, or sell. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's repetitive through 2 or 3 rounds, depending who wins. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's a very simple game to learn.
I feel like I'm hearing.
And I've heard of it. What's that?
I'm hearing an asterisk here.
It's a simple game to learn. I've heard about it, just never played it, and I was like, I'll play that since we're waiting. It's highly rated on Board Game Geek, but I don't get the excitement of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like pick up, put down, sell your cards. Pick up, put down, sell your cards. Oh, I have the most camels. I get 5 extra points. Like, I don't get the. It's not strategic. It's not like you're just matching colors. Like, I don't understand how this is highly rated for what you're doing. You know what I mean?
I do. And I mean, I think it's all perception from people,
Yeah.
right? Like we've talked before, like I've told you that Rob and I love to play zombies with 3 exclamation points. And that game gets panned on Board Game Geek. It gets like a 4 or something. But we love it. It's a lot of fun. So, it just goes to show that
the audience.
Not everybody is going to react the same way, and it's okay. Like something like a Board Game Geek rating can be indicative of a
It could be
game's
skewed.
game's playability or likability, but again, it could be, like you said, skewed.
Yeah. I guess it depends if it's your type of game, I guess, right?
Totally.
Like it's like, so like you could be like not paying attention and chatting and pick up this game. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely not hard to learn. So the last game we played. Okay, this one's heavy. Okay. It's a game called SETI. Colon, search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Oh dear.
Okay. Heavier game. Big map of the outer space. Okay, so it's outer space. You're looking for aliens.
I have a sidebar question.
Yeah.
If you're in outer space, is it not inner space then?
I guess you're in inner space.
Sorry, I'm trying to make a joke. Okay, so you're in outer space.
Okay, you're in outer space. I don't even know what you are, because you're not really. Did we have player people? I don't think we did. Anyways, this is gonna hurt my head trying to explain this game. So, obviously it's a sci-fi game.
What?
Okay. And it's points at the end, victory points at the end. And it took us 45 minutes to learn the game by going through the rule book. Already, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm like done at this point. But I'm like, okay, we took 45 minutes. We still get like, we can do this. 4 of us were playing this game, but one of the guys had to drop, which ended up being 3, but it started with 4 people. So you have like different actions on your turn. Gaining influence or putting your little spaceship out into space, like on a planet. And then like going to that planet, so like moving into the planet. As you visit things, you gain resources, which can get you things. Oh my gosh, this is the hardest game to explain. Which can get you like upgrades.
Okay. For
your board. As you're not really a character, you just have like, I don't know if you're something. Anyways, and what you're trying to do is there's like 2 aliens, but you don't know what they are because they're face down. And as you go to these different planets and you gain resources and you're doing things to try to find the aliens, you kind of like then flip them over when you kind of get there. And then they give more rewards based on what you do and things like that. I had no in world what I was doing. These are one of these types of game where it's they counted by per player minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
okay,
it's 45 minutes per player or it's 30 minutes per player kind of thing. So
like chess.
So yeah. You have also cards that help you do things, give you actions, give you extra things to do. Yeah, it's I'm not explaining it properly. It's just it was hard to pick up to understand. No clue what I was doing. I think I cheated twice.
It's not cheating if it's accidental.
Yeah, they didn't catch it till the second cheat. I'm like, I can't do that. Okay.
Cheater.
Yeah. It's like because from the middle of the board, it's like a rotating board. So there's things that make it rotate the planets.
Yep.
That could shift your little thing, shift you around and stuff like that from doing things. And you have to fly from there to the actual planet, right? And then if you want to go visit another planet, you got to fly back to the main area and then fly to that planet. So what I was doing was I was just jumping planet to planet.
Cheater.
Oh yeah, I did that twice and I got caught on it the second time. I'm like, oh, you can't do that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, sort of like when we played Honey Buzz and
right,
all that extra nectar. We're like, what's going on? Why is there no?
How did you know that?
But that was all of us. We were all doing that wrong.
The player guide for this is a 1-page, open the book, back the page. This is the player guide.
Wow.
So if you want really people to, I think it's a popular game. I think it came out last year as well. It's up there in the hotness category of play.
Yeah.
I'm doing a bad job explaining it, so look it up on Board Game Geek.
Well, I was just going to say,
SETI.
I have it here, so I could read the overview.
If you want. I was going to read it, but then I was like, I'm trying to explain the gameplay, but...
I'm going to read this to help. So, First off, it's 1 to 4 players, so you can play it solo.
Yes.
It does get an 8.4 rank out of 10 on Board Game Geek. And
it's high.
Board Game Geek. And SETI is the short form for Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, as you said. So it says it should only take 40 to 160 minutes.
Okay, so it took us maybe about 3 hours.
So 160 minutes would be 2.5 hours.
And remember, we took 45 minutes to learn it.
Yeah. Okay. So in SETI, you lead a scientific institution. So you're leading an institution, Kim.
There you go.
Tasked with searching for traces of life beyond planet Earth. The game draws inspiration from current or emerging technologies and efforts in space exploration. Players will explore nearby planets and their moons by launching probes from Earth. From Earth, Kim.
Yep.
While taking advantage of everything.
Yeah, your probe has to start on Earth and then move to other planets.
Decide whether to land on their surface to collect valuable samples or stay in orbit for a broader survey. Additionally, by directing your telescopes to gaze into distant star systems, you may detect traces of alien signals or undiscovered exoplanets and collect promising data to examine and study back home, because you don't planet hop. Sorry, I added that part. Back on Earth, you can invest in upgrading your equipment so you can analyze incoming data more efficiently, boost your telescope signal capacity, or increase your supply of resources, all to expand the scope of your search that could lead to discovery of the extraterrestrial life form. E.T. phone home. Finding traces of extraterrestrial life is only a matter of time. Utilize the resources you have at your disposal strategically, and you may well end up being the one to make the biggest scientific contribution towards advancing our understanding of alien life within our galaxy. You will also make use of over 200 cards to aid your efforts or focus your research in a particular direction for additional bonuses and rewards. Each card has unique effects and illustrations and depicts real-life technologies, projects, and discoveries, such as the International Space Station, the Large Hadron Collider, Perseverance rover, Voyager probe, and many, many more. The game is played in 5 rounds. The player with the starting player marker takes the first turn of the round. Players take turn in a clockwise order, skipping any players who have already passed for the round. At the end of round 5, the final score is calculated, and the player with the most points wins.
I was winning.
This was nominated for a lot of awards last year. So it was nominated for awards at Board Game Quest Awards, and it won Best Strategy / Eurogame. Was the winning there. It was also nominated in a couple of categories at the Golden Geek. So it won for Best Thematic Board Game and Heavy Game of the Year.
There you go.
It was
heavy.
Also nominated at Origins 2024 for the Best Heavy Strategy Game, but it did not win that.
No.
So I'd like to know who won that.
Yeah, I'm gonna click that too.
This is not the heavy. So yeah. Does
It didn't tell you who won here.
Origins Awards. No, it doesn't. Doesn't tell you. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what Board Game Geek says. And there's a bunch of other reviews that are listed. It's like, this is the most amazing game ever, and this is great if you can figure out how to handle it.
Oh, there we go. The best heavy strategy game winner was Endeavor Deep Sea, which also caught my eye. But now that I know it's heavy, I am probably gonna play it.
So, did you enjoy playing this game, Kim?
I don't know, because it was good. Like, I was like able to catch on and do it, and I was just trying to get points. I was just trying to get points, and as I said, I cheated twice, so I picked up what you needed to do after a certain amount of rounds. But what I don't like is dead time during a game.
100%.
And I hate waiting for other people. And there's this one guy we play with, okay? He takes forever. Okay, during his turns, forever. And he's known to do it. We tell him all the time. He knows. And every time I have to play with him, I'm just like, I'm done for. I'll just go on my phone and play a game, because by the time my turn it takes forever for his turn.
Oh my god.
I try to think ahead of myself of what I'm going to do.
Right.
When my turn comes around, right? Because you could do one action and then you go. And then when it comes back, you do one action, and then you get free actions, and then you go. Until you can't do any actions, then you pass. Once you pass, then everybody passes. The round ends, right?
Right.
But it's just like, do you not think ahead? And if someone screwed you, don't you have a backup plan?
Right.
But in this game, I feel you can't really screw people. Like, you can't. Like, multiple people could land on the same planet. Multiple people could orbit the same planet. Multiple people could land on. So you can't really screw each other over. I didn't see it. But so it's like you could plan ahead. Anyways, I was winning. He ended up winning. I was like, whatever.
Whatever.
But I cheated twice. So, yeah. I mean, if anybody's played this game, please tell me your thoughts on it. I enjoyed it, but I hate dead time. So
rank your games. 5 games in a day. Rank them. What was at the bottom?
Jiper.
Okay.
4th, I will give it to SETI.
Okay.
3, I would give it to Take 5. 2, I would give it to Tower Up, and I really enjoyed Rebel Princess.
Cool.
Yeah, because they're quick, fun games. I don't mind long games. I don't. It's am I into it? You know what I mean? And we know it's going to take a few hours. Am I really enjoying it? And I don't mind trying new games, because then I know this is not my type of game, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So, but I was curious because I knew it was a hot one, and other people wanted to play it. So I'm like, okay, I'll play this one, because the other game they picked I've played multiple times, so I didn't need to play it again.
Right.
So I tried something new. I enjoyed it, but it's not like there's too much dead time for me. And then you kind of lose interest when you're just sitting there for hours playing a game.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's what would be my ranking. And that was my board game day.
And that board game day was what, like 14 hours? Like, how long were you there?
1 o'clock to about 11.
Okay.
11 p.m.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. Yep.
So a long day, but
Mm-hmm.
But that's only 10 hours.
Yeah.
And
I got 5 games in, which is not too bad. Yeah. Probably would have got an extra game in if this one didn't take that long.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So that was board game day. Enjoyable.
Nice.
But definitely want to hear other people if they've played this game.
Well, I look forward to someone potentially responding to our podcast so that we have a dice bag. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool, Kim. I'm glad you got all those games in, and I look forward to hearing more about the Zombie Princess when you get it.
Yeah, I think that's coming up August.
That's soon.
Yep.
So this week you've done quite a lot of talking, so I won't say too much, but I will mention that Rob and I got out to 2 SWU pre-releases. SWU being Star Wars Unlimited. So we got to go to one at Face-to-Face Games in Toronto, and I pulled a showcase card. A showcase card is basically like a chase card. It's very exclusive. It has special art, and they're very expensive because of the secondary market. So I pulled that in my pre-release pack, so that was pretty exciting. It was a 3-round tournament. What I liked about Face-to-Face for the pre-release, and I think I've talked about pre-release before in games, but you get a box that has 6 packs and then some extra stuff in it. So in Star Wars, you get a little deck box, you get some paper tokens, you get 2 leaders in an alternate art treatment that are just standard. In the set, it's Darth Maul and Quinjon something. I'm not up on the Star Wars names. Apologies. And those are the same leaders that are in the starter decks, or spotlight decks they're called now, which is basically pick up a deck and play. Kind of like a commander deck in Magic. Anyway, so you get that, and you get the paper tokens. You get a little quick start guide that says, here's how you should build a pre-release deck. And you open up all your cards and you build your deck. So I built a deck. I liked it. The other thing I liked about Face-to-Face was how they prized out the pre-release. So every round, they gave you 2 packs of unopened cards. And then you could choose either to agree as player and player, like opponent, to either play them for wins or just split them. So every round that I played 2 out of the 3 rounds. The 3rd round I got a bye because I was losing all my games. It was a fun deck. I just couldn't get it to fire. We all split the cards. So the bye, I got 2 packs of cards because I won. It's a bye. I win. Yay, I win. I win against nobody, so that's a win. So I ended up with 4 packs of cards plus the 6 packs in the pre-release deck, and we got that fancy showcase card, so that was pretty cool. Face-to-Face is on the Danforth in Toronto, so it's a great little game store. If you're down there, I'd encourage you to check it out. Then last weekend on Saturday, we went to Gamers Table in Whitby. It just relocated to its new space. The new space is pretty good. It's nice and clean and bright. A little hard to get to because it's not well signed yet. But we figured it out. And we've played at Gamers Table before, just not at the new location. And we had 9 people at the pre-release. So I'm sure he's not listening to this because I don't think he knows I have a podcast or even what my name is. But Eric, you should have shown up. Eric didn't show up, so we had an odd number. So Rob ended up with... Did Rob end up with a bye, or did he play all 3 rounds? No, he didn't end up with a bye. I ended up with the last bye. So I didn't win any games at all at Gamers Table. My deck would not fire. Then we brought it home and I played it against Rob and I won like 3 games in a row. Finally started to fire. Was drawing the right cards. Did not pull a fancy card this time, but we had a good time. I played 4 games, 2 rounds, and then I had the bye. So I just kind of hung out and watched other games and shopped at the board game store because Gamers Table is primarily a board game store. The only TCG they do is Star Wars. And they only do that because the owner's friend wanted to get into it, so that's why he runs it. So yeah, so that was good, and that was basically all I've played lately. So we've played some of the Spotlight decks for the latest SWU set, which is the Force. Is it the Force Awakens? Something like that. May the Force be with you. I'm not exactly sure. I'm a really good Star Wars player. Can you tell?
You don't need to know Star Wars to play Star Wars.
Legends of the Force. There we go. We got it. Legends of the Force. Yay, Google. So yeah, it was a fun set. We had a good time and we opened up some cards on stream over at Dice Station Zebra, youtube.com/Dice Station Zebra. If you want to see us open some fancy looking Star Wars cards, we did a stream of the boxes that Rob bought. So that's my SWU stories.
Cool. I still have yet to play Swoo.
Yeah, well, we have to get you onto it. There's apparently a way to play it online, but it sounds like the online community is a little bit toxic.
Oh.
But I mean, that wouldn't be any surprise to you, Kim. You play Magic Online, right?
I play, on the app, but
Yeah.
but you don't get to talk to people, so.
Yeah, in this game,
There's no chat.
There's chat.
Yeah. The only chatting you could do is pre stuff that says, "Hi, good game."
Yeah, just like in
things like that.
Yeah. Which is the way it probably should be, because it sounds like the chat gets quite toxic, and but people use it to test their decks and stuff like that. So
yeah, and I hate when people. Okay, sorry thing. I hate when people they'll be like, "There's one preset that says your go,"
right?
And they're like, "Your go, your go, your go, your go." I'm like, click mute. I'm like, why do you keep clicking that? Like, I'm moving fast. And then the other thing that drives me crazy is like, you're moving back and forth pretty quick, right? You're going. Yeah, you're going. You're making your turns back and forth. They're doing fine. And then they realize they're losing. And what do? They just sit there and make the time run.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it look like they're frozen, but they're not. And then seconds ago, you're moving back and forth quickly. Why not just concede the game? Why would you make the clock go? Drives me nuts. Yeah. And I'm like, do you think I'm going to get out of the game if I know I'm winning? I'm just going to sit here with the clock.
Right.
They're trying to fool you into thinking it's frozen or something. Nope.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
Story. Yeah. So that was it. That was what we did. And other than that, saw Superman.
Oh yeah, I did not. I saw F1 and Jurassic World. I might hit Superman this weekend.
Cool. I recommend it. I'm not going to say anything because it's still very new, and I don't want to spoil it because I'm not one of those people. But I did really enjoy it.
Here's what we'll do. Wait, when is Fantastic Four coming out?
In 2 weeks.
Because I saw the trailer for that, and the trailer does nothing. So I don't know how well the movie's going to be. Sometimes trailers suck.
I don't watch trailers.
Okay, yeah, don't watch it.
It comes out July 25th, and we're going to see it that day.
Okay. Maybe we'll do a movie episode.
Yeah, we might have to wait, though, a little bit longer. We don't want people to feel spoiled.
Well, we'll have to name it a spoiler alert.
100%. But yeah, Superman, I liked it. Looking forward to hearing what you thought. So,
yeah, I again, trailers didn't do it for me for Superman, but who knows?
Again,
I'm a DC person, but I'm not big on Superman. Trailers. I know you don't watch trailers, but I'm forced to watch it when you're sitting in the theater watching.
No, you just put your hand in front of your eyes, or you turn your head and talk to who you're there. You talk to them and pretend you're not listening.
But I'm a DC person. Of course, I'm going to watch it, but I'm not a big Superman fan. So
we'll see. I mean, DC movies historically have not been particularly good.
No, but James Gunn did this one. So
exactly.
It's different. And Jurassic Park is just my favorite franchise, so I have to go watch the movie, whether it's terrible or not.
Was it terrible?
Would I say it's terrible? No.
Is it getting bad reviews?
Enjoyable. It probably is. I don't look at reviews.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, and I even wore my Jurassic Park T-shirt.
Nice.
And then F1 was pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, so that's basically it, and it was exciting to go to the movies. So
I know it seems like the summertime is when we really go.
Rob and I used to go to the movies all the time. When I lived on the other side of the city, we would meet at the theater on Friday nights, end of day, not evening, but late afternoon shows, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock shows. We'd meet at the theater, and then we would head home. It was our Friday night ritual. And now I live closer to Rob, and also Friday nights we play DCC. So Dungeon Crawl Classics. Mm-hmm. So no more movies on Fridays unless people aren't around, and that's what's happening when we go see Fantastic Four. So we've got a player down. So
players.
I think 2 players at least. I think Mike and Dennis are away that week. So
The 25th?
mm-hmm. Yeah, Dennis
Okay.
is going on vacation. Yeah. So yeah. So that's fine. We're gonna go to the movie. We'll see Fantastic Four. I love Fantastic Four. Like a lot.
Yeah, I'm still not sure about what's his name.
Pedro Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for that.
I don't know. He shows up everywhere. That's why I'm like, it's like.
We were watching a trailer for Superman, and it was for the Darren, I can't say his name, Aronofsky. Anyway, he's a filmmaker. He's a famous filmmaker. And so the movie is, I don't even remember what it's called. It looks kind of interesting. But in the movie is Matt Smith from Doctor Who.
Matt Smith, okay.
And The Crown and whatever. But so he's got a like bright yellow tall mohawk, and he's dressed like a biker gang.
I'm looking up Matt Smith. Oh, him, yes, okay.
But the thing is, no matter what you do to him, he's always Matt Smith because he's so unique looking.
Yes.
So even though he's got like a foot high yellow mohawk and he's wearing leather biker gear, I'm like, oh look, it's Matt Smith. So he just has a distinctive look. I feel like that about Helena Bonham Carter too. She always has a very distinctive look, and she always kind of looks like herself.
Look her up.
Although
Helena
Bonham Carter.
Carter. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
The only time I didn't see anything that she was in, and I was like, "Oh look, it's Helena Bonham Carter." It took me a minute. Was when she was in The Crown, because she played Princess Anne.
She did. Yeah. Well, there was a lot of like makeup for a lot of those.
Yeah,
people.
absolutely. But she still has a very distinctive look. But they really made her look like Princess Anne as opposed to making her look like herself, which was very difficult. Whereas when Matt Smith played the king, he still looked like Matt Smith.
Because it was what's her name that was in The Crown that she looked completely. I didn't even know it was her. She was in Twilight. What's her name?
Oh, are you thinking of Kristen Stewart?
Yes.
So she wasn't in The Crown, but she was in a Princess Diana movie.
No, she was in The Crown, wasn't she?
No.
She played Princess Diana in The Crown, I thought.
She played Princess Diana in the Princess Diana movie, but not in The Crown.
Oh, okay. Maybe I mixed it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, I did not know it was her.
No, they did a good job with her in that one. So movies. And I think that's all we have for today, Kim.
Yeah, that's all we have today.
Because there is no dice bag.
There is no dice bag.
Insert cricket sound here.
Please, people, dice bag.
We want to hear from you. So we want to hear from you, and we want to hear your thoughts on what we're talking about. Is this still what you want to hear? And what are your thoughts on Kim's epically long board game day? And have you played SETI? Have you played any Star Wars Unlimited? And we do promise you that sometime we're going to do a Star Wars Unlimited breakdown with guest appearance by probably Rob to talk to us about Star Wars Unlimited at some point in the future. Maybe. But let us know what you want to hear, and you can let us know in all of the following places, all the usual places. You can find us on Discord. It's the best spot. Join our Discord at DM North TV. We have a Double and Dice podcast convo channel in there where you can participate. The episode even pops up to make it easier for you to listen. You can click on it. It's so exciting. You can also add us on Discord. Kim is at Super K. I am at Jostitch, Joce Stitch. You can send us an email at tripledpodcast@dm-north.com. You can find us on our website, dm-north.com, and put a comment on our episode post because no one ever does that anymore. And you can find Kim and Matt playing board games every Saturday night, most Saturday nights, on Twitch at twitch.tv/DMNorthTV. And don't forget to check out our YouTube at youtube.com/DMNorthTV, and all of our socials at DMNorthTV. Facebook, internet, Instagram. I was going to say internet. Facebook, internet. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, all of the places. I don't know what we're actually using. TikTok, X, all of the things. So you can find us there at DM North TV. So until next time, on a double and dice and the internet.